Okay, I can't hear you. What's going on here? Let's see.
Oh, my mute was muted. My
There you go.
mic was muted.
You're muted was mic'd.
Welcome back. This is another version of Midlife Gone Digital. And my guest this week is Scott Perry. And we met in our weekly coaching call with Group Juice. That is a group we're affiliated with. And we have a lot of good things to say about it. Great community. But
Yes.
I wanted Mike to be a part because Mike, I've been in the group call now for quite a while, and so have you. And I think we've become, yes.
Who's Mike?
Scott.
Scott.
And
we're talking about the mic, and then it says.
I have my effing notes. You guys are like brothers. You guys, you know that, right?
Who?
You and Mike.
Which one's Mike?
Mike from TikTok.
Mike.
You guys are like brothers to me.
Oh,
okay. I came on and you two were in there at the same time. So
got it.
You guys are like
Mike, Scott. Hey, as long as you don't call me late for dinner, I'm good.
Here we go. It says Scott Perry, TikTok at Elite Works, right? Is that the right Elite Works?
Yeah, Elite Works.
And we're going to go ahead and just edit all this out, just FYI.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
So let's have a conversation. I'm just curious. I have some questions if you don't mind me asking.
I'd love to answer them.
First of all, let me ask you, if you were today to introduce yourself, how would you go about introducing yourself today as you've reinvented yourself as a digital marketer?
Man, don't ask me these hard questions. I feel like you're, I don't know, maybe I should, let's see, wait a minute. I just feel like you're taller than me for some reason.
Let me come down a little bit.
Oh, there you go. No, you're good. You're good. It was my computer. There we go.
And also, this is just my second show. So there's going to be a lot of learning to do. I mean, I got nervous. I'm nervous.
Oh, yeah.
I'm nervous. I don't know if anybody else is. If you are, anybody else watching. I lost my Facebook channel again.
You did?
Yeah. So I don't care. It's okay. But there's a lot to be learned about StreamYard. So like you could stream this live to your Facebook channel because you have 100 or more subscribers. You have quite a number of subscribers on your group.
It's kind of funny you say that because it's like, it's the same with the TikTok channel you were just talking about.
Yes.
When this is probably, I don't know, 3 years ago, maybe, is when it took off. I guess I had a TikTok post. It was about, it went semi-viral, I guess you could say. It did over 100,000 views. And that's how everybody entered into my Facebook group. Within a week, I had about 400 members.
That's awesome.
And I guess looking back, you could say, like we're doing now, this is new. You know, maybe people are nervous because we're not used to being on camera, right? Because it's like, oh, whoa, you know, but anyway, so it's like, you know, I was doing my DM messaging and all that, trying to get people, you know, into the Group Juice. Mm-hmm. And I just didn't have any success, none whatsoever. Nobody partook. So, you know, it's like, I still kind of email those people different things, but as far as the group, you know, I've got a couple other groups now that I started, just trying to, one that's brand new, I haven't even done anything with, I'm just starting to invite, but it's just getting, you know, your feet wet and knowing what to do. Now, looking back there, I have a little more experience. So maybe, you know, especially with don't tell anybody, if I use ChatGPT, you know, could get startup conversations that way.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And it's so much as like, I was telling Lauren the other day, Lauren is my accountability partner. Mm-hmm. We meet once a week. And I was telling her the other day that I had no idea where this was going to go years
Right.
And you and I probably, when we started, we didn't know that there was a TikTok shop available. TikTok's really changed a lot. I mean, I had great views, lots of engagement. And I have to admit to you, when shop started, things just started changing for me. And I started kind of like struggling a little bit on the shop.
I still am. Yeah.
Yeah.
The TikTok shop, like I said, I mean, I have another TikTok channel that I solely use for the TikTok shop. So what I was doing things in there at the beginning of this is what I'm doing to get into the TikTok shop. And then you're doing all those follow, change, and this and that. And it's like, okay, so at the end of the day, when you look at it, like and I'm trying to remember who said it, but it's like when you invite like all these people into your group or into your, what do you call it? Your TikTok account, and they're all doing the same thing to you. What good is that going to do you? Because all you're doing is when you put out a video, like you'd see the video and all the people that you're following see the video, but yet nobody new sees the video unless they push it out because you're following all the people that are in, let's say, the online marketing world.
Yeah.
Right. So you're doing that. So then when I finally got there, then it's like I can only do 5 videos per week. And it just kind of like, it just kind of stunned me a little bit there. And then, fast forward a few months or whatnot or whatever, 6-8 months. And then here comes, I know you're talking about now, Mike, TikTok Mike. He comes along, he's a neighbor of Flip's. And then he does what Flip telling, he does exactly what Flip tells him to do. And now next thing you know, he's like, you could almost say a guru of TikTok, Mr. TikTok, he's whatnot. And, I see him all the time, just all these things. And, obviously he got past the 5,000 mark. So now he can post as many videos as he wants.
Yeah.
And sometimes you run out of things because, you try to get into that, the free products. And, like I said, it takes 7 days for those people to respond. And so you're just sitting there waiting in limbo. And I think there's a limit to how many you can actually request at one time.
Yeah.
So then you got to wait. And then once you find out after 7 days that they don't even respond to you, it's like you've just wasted 7 days. I guess you might as well just try to buy it, I guess, and get a refund that way. That's what I've kind of started doing.
Okay. Now, let me ask you another question. Based on when was it? Okay, let's just roll this back a little bit. When was it that you finally decided that it was time to take your presence or your retire? Are you retired?
Yes.
Okay. And you said, I'm going to take this, I'm going to go digital.
Yeah. So I started, it happened back in 2018 when
that's a while ago.
I got laid off my job. And at the time, my daughter was 6 months. And then we were living in California. My wife had a really good job. So we decided, hey, with the cost of, childcare and all that, I just stay at home. So then I started, back, I think it was 19, I started dabbling in a little bit of real estate. And then it's like, it was a little scary because like, okay, I don't have any money. So how am I going to do this? Right. And you just never really learn. And then around, I think it was 2020, I started looking at other things, but, I thought TikTok, was that, Chinese, app. And it was, at that time, it was kind of like politicized. I'm not going to get on this app, and get my information. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go, dancing around and make a fool of myself. But then as I get into it, I think I get into, it might've been drop shipping. And then as I was going through the training there, I saw Legendary, $7 course. I said, well, $7 course. I mean, who would mind wasting $7? So I did that. And, I started going through that route. And then I said, I'm not going to buy the blueprints. I'm just going to wait. And I, was doing what everybody else was doing on TikTok. Thought this was going to be pretty easy. Well, 4 months into it, I still haven't gotten anywhere. So what did I do? I purchased the blueprints. Still really didn't get anywhere.
Okay.
But that could have been on me, right? I've had that shiny object syndrome, like, oh, this sounds great over here. It sounds so much easier. But as I always say, the grass isn't always greener on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like Nate Flip always does, everybody, you always say is, you get momentum. And then when you stop doing that and move on to something else, what happens? You have to start all over again.
Yes.
So that's basically about 2020. I started doing that. And then it might have been 2021 when I actually, you were getting into the TikTok things where people were saying different things. And there was this one dude that was talking about, he's giving away everything for free, right? And then, but yet you go on his YouTube channel and he all these different links to stuff he was selling, right? And you think, well, how is he giving it for free if he's charging, right? So then I was going to kind of make a stitch video of it, and then I saw Flip do it. Hello. And, then I just, like I said, I started following his content. I really like, Flip, and we're kind of similar. So I was like, I reached out to him, and then he reached out to me. And then for some reason I had some glitch, like I said, Facebook glitch, who knew about that, right? Facebook glitch, come on. So we wound up calling, we called and we talked on the phone for about 45 minutes to an hour. And that's how it all began. And I've been with him ever since.
Now, are you in it to promote the group juice, or do you do it in order to create your own business online? Or do you do both?
I do a little bit of both. I kind of do group juice on the back end. I promote a product called Prosperity Highway Global. So
I've never heard of that. It's a Prosperity Highway Global.
Global. Yeah, it's kind of a mixture of a affiliate marketing, network marketing together. So basically, pretty much now that things have changed. Back when I started, it wasn't, but you can actually join for free, and then you can actually earn commissions if you get somebody in and they buy something or whatnot or whatever. It's a lesser commission than someone that would be a member.
Yes.
But you still get paid. So that's the beauty of it. And then, like I said, when you go in the back office, there is an additional 6 streams of income from different companies, and you can add 2 of your own streams. So a total streams of income is 9. Plus then I do TikTok Shop and Amazon Influencer. So, I thought, I'll start doing that and see how that goes. I've been doing that since, I think, November of 2024.
Okay.
So it's and they have some different, they're going through some changes as well, adding some different things, different other products and all that. But I strictly promote that because of the AI, whereas, a lot of people don't necessarily like to talk to people. So the AI takes that into a whole new ballgame where the AI emails your people, and AI does, text message, ringless voicemails. They do all that. It takes a little bit longer if you let AI, because it has to get warmed up, right? The know, like, and trust factor.
Yeah.
So that it's all AI, so AI does that. So, because, when you say network marketing, people kind of get a scare, right? Oh my God. Because back in the day, hey, they had a problem, right? That people were scamming people, just like now, there's always that 5 to 10% people that are bad. They're going to scam you. They're just looking for the money. But most of the time, right, the things out there are legit. People are making money online. It's not like it was back in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010. It's not like that anymore.
Yeah, but remember multi-level, what's it called again? Network marketing.
Yeah,
They didn't have digital creation, online social media back then.
right,
And some of them still operate in that old way.
right, exactly.
But yeah, I know, I completely understand where you're
And they're
coming
trying to
from
do
with
a
that.
different way, like I said, a different tactic, use AI, totally changes the playing field. And like, let's use an example. Okay, you're in Group Juice, and I come across your stuff and I like it and all that, and I start going through your social media and I start following you, and I like what you're saying. So I go ahead and click on the link to see what this is all about. So I
Mhm.
decide to buy. Now I buy from you, you get your commission, and the company or Flip and Eight get their commission. Okay. Now I like that, and I take it to the next level, and like, wow, this stuff is great. And I really like their concept and I like the aspect of what they're doing. So then I start promoting it. Now I get it to the person A, B, and C, and I'll get the commission. So will Nate and Flip. Where in meantime, Lisa's high and dry. It's almost like a one and done.
Yeah.
Now the company that I'm promoting, if I was to come in, and you gave me your link and I promoted it, now I got the same scenario there. Well, you're going to get commission from me, and anything I do, you'll get commissions from me. The company pays you.
Got
So
it.
a company pays you, like they're saying, hey, thanks for getting Scott involved. Here's a little side money over here. You can get this. And then depending on how his business, it's like a network of people, just like a network of affiliates selling your course. It's just a one-off, right?
Mhm.
If you got to keep selling courses in order to make the money, right? Whereas, and don't quote me on this because I may say it wrong, but would you rather have 100% of your own efforts or 10% of 100 people's efforts?
Oh,
And I think that's how it goes,
yeah.
because you'll make more money the second way versus the first way.
Yeah.
Because, well, like I said, you take a day off and somebody else is doing something and you make a commission while you're on the beaches sipping out of a coconut or something. But anyways, that's my story and I'm sticking to it.
Okay, so let me ask you next. Now that you're on social media, what was the first digital skill or what was the first platform that you started promoting on? Was it TikTok, Facebook?
Yeah, probably TikTok because obviously, when we all talk about the first thing that everybody does when they start, I don't want my friends and family to know what I'm doing. So I didn't use Facebook.
Oh,
I use
that's right.
TikTok
Okay.
because it's, nobody knows you on TikTok.
That's true. That's true.
So
And
yeah,
and that
TikTok's been it.
and that's where I was going to ask you, how did your friends and family react when you said that you wanted to build or were working on a business online that was, I mean, did you get family support? Do you
Oh yeah,
have
I
their
got a little
support
family
now?
support. Yeah, I mean, I just got to do more, obviously, to get a bigger result.
Yeah.
So then the belief is even bigger.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm doing this to help because my wife still works. So I'm helping to give her the opportunity to retire or not do that particular job.
Mhm.
Because let's face it, there's people out there that absolutely love their jobs and it's not a job to them. Right. So it's like, regardless of how much money they had, they're still go in and do their job
Yeah.
because they love it. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mhm.
Right. But then obviously, if your side hustle is making enough or a lot of money, what happens? You have choices then. Now, I'm not going to go in today and don't have to worry about paying the bills.
I have to tell you that happened to me when I got monetized on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm going to go to work today. Even though I have PTO, you know what I mean? You just like, you start weighing in I'm making like $700-800 a month
Wow. Yeah.
on YouTube. And on, by the way, it goes up and down.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you have a good month, you have a bad month, you have a 0 month. It happens. Okay. But
Is
the
that
thing
all
is,
you like showing yourself?
yeah. And the problem with Lisa is Lisa keeps pivoting. And Lisa, I don't like copying other people.
Right.
I don't like following the trends. And that's always been my problem with this make money online space. Because I never really fit in with the make money online space. I always really enjoyed bringing value, teaching, educating, and having a presence as an authority figure, but also as a person of counsel. That's kind of an old school thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was really was hoping to go into that direction. And the make money online space literally just taught me the tools and also the consistency of staying on and watching a channel grow and
Right.
learning the basics. But as for selling a product, constantly selling, it's not my jam. It really isn't. It's more about just creating and coming up with new ideas to be either a vlogger or sharing my midlife, semi-retired life online.
But it takes a lot, right? I mean, to get monetized.
It does. Yeah.
What did it take you, a few months?
No, it took me. It's since my TikTok journey, 2021. I started January. Well, I literally started in December of 2020.
Got it.
But in January of 2021, that's when I really said, okay, you're going to show up every single day, like Legendary told you to do, and you're going to create content. And I started off with, I was very uncomfortable being in front of the camera. I didn't know exactly where to start, didn't know exactly what to do, had zero idea what I was doing. But I heard everywhere about lead magnets, growing an email list, and how that's going to be your asset. Okay.
Right.
And I see everybody doing that. And I just said, okay, just focus on creating content and showing up, telling a story. And I didn't grow an email list. I didn't get any sales. I didn't do anything, but I did promote Legendary. And it was cringeworthy. It sucked. It was bad. But I got better. 3 months down the road, I had my first viral, and it had nothing to do. Oh no, I take it back. My first viral had everything to do with Legendary. It was literally copying somebody else's work, and who's no longer around anymore. I haven't seen his name show up ever again. And that video went viral. My first viral overnight. And it didn't represent me. It wasn't what I would normally have done. So it's just what Lisa doesn't do.
Right.
And I felt kind of cringy, because I copied somebody, but it went viral like nuts. And then I did it again.
Today's age, it's unless you're just doing stuff around your house that's original. I mean, most of the stuff you think about, I'm going to do this. Wait, somebody's done it before you. Yeah. Somebody's created something before you. I mean, it's no different, but.
So that went viral. And then I said, okay, well, it worked. So I tried something else different from the same individual, from the same gentleman. And that second one went viral. Wow. But then I realized it's you know what? Do you want to do this every single day exactly as it is? Do you really want to do this? And I told myself, no, you don't want to. This is not where the road you want to go down. Down on. So then I pivoted. I started telling stories online, talking in front of the camera instead of just pointing. And because everybody did that back then.
Right.
And I started talking, and then I started telling stories about life. And then things just started happening for me. And then that's where I was just going down that other direction. But see, Flip said something really magical one day. Flip said, Flip is the coach for
Yes.
one of two coaches for group
Group
juice.
juice.
He said, where do you spend 90% of your time on social media? And the truth is, I spend 90% of my time on YouTube. I watch vloggers, content creators, people who share their lives, all kinds of stuff. And I said, that's what you enjoy. You're going to do that. So I do that.
Yeah.
And I got monetized. I started doing that in sharing my life hard into it on YouTube early 2024. And by the end of the year, I got monetized. I got my 4,000 watch hours and my 1,000 subscribers. And I got my first YouTube AdSense. I think it was December last year or January, somewhere around there. Oh yeah, it was December because I had to report it for taxes this year.
And it's only 4,000 watch hours?
You need 4,000 watch hours for long form content.
Long form, okay. Short form is a little, they need like 3 million.
And I, just like you, this is what we were talking about the other day in the group chat. I started a short form channel and learned, I don't know, do you know a guy named Matt Parr on YouTube?
No.
He teaches everybody about short form content. He's a young guy. He's got like all these like channels and stuff. So I've just been kind of following him, and Lauren kind of introduced me to him, but I had seen him before. And he has some great free trainings online teaching all about short form content, how to do it. And I've just been learning from him, and I said, I'm just going to do it. I got nothing to lose. It's free, right?
Right.
You can create short form content on chat, or you can use Canva, or I use Canva. I'm going to try it. I pay for it. Might as well utilize it.
I use Syllabi.
Right. So I'm just said, I started in September. So I have all of September and all of October, 60 videos going to be completed at the end of the month. We'll see where it goes. And if it doesn't go the direction that I want to go by the end of the year, I'll just change it into something else. Maybe I'll make it my Midlife Gone Digital podcast channel.
Yeah, like that's, I mean, I pay, it's like I said, all these things, nothing's really free. I mean, Chat GPT, it's $20 a month, the pro account for Canva costs, Syllabi costs. So basically for a 1-minute video, it's 13 credits. Now I'm on the monthly, I pay $25 a month and I get 500 credits. Well, then somewhere in towards the beginning, because they charge me at the end of the month, like right around the end of the month. And then I go towards like the middle of the month. And then because I'm posting Monday through Saturday, I post 3 videos, and then I do 2 videos on Sunday.
Okay.
So I'm posting a lot of videos. So, and each video costs, so I can, if you do the math, it's like 38 videos for the month, right? But if I'm doing 3 videos a day times 7, that's 21 videos. That's 28 videos. So I have 10 left. When that 10 remaining for the next month, well, I don't have enough. So I did another $25. So it costs money to do that because, like I said, it takes, and you said, it takes long to get monetized. Like I got the 500 subscribers. I do short form. I've tried long form. I've taken a video that, where the training I went through that said, if you got a video that does well, change it like into a long form video.
Yes.
And I've done that twice. And one has 7 likes, the other one has 2 views. I mean, 7 views and 2 views. So, I haven't done it again because that actually, the credits cost more. So I'd be depleting my credits and just spending all this money to try to get monetized. But I mean, what's the cost to get monetized, right? What's it going to cost you, right? So, like I said, you still have to use Canva and other software to do that. And I don't know if it makes any difference whether I do 2 videos or 3 videos, but the big thing, as you said earlier, it's consistency.
Yes.
And that's what I wasn't doing when I first started out, with TikTok and all that, because, I kicked myself in the ass for the Amazon influencer program. I did it with Dom and everybody on the Misfits, Jason Miner, Regan Oakes.
Scotty.
Yeah, Scott. Yep. So I did that. And when they first got into it, after they learned, because I was, on some private calls with them, and I was doing group just at the time, and I just was like, well, no, I'm not going to defer. I'm just going to stay with it. And then I tried a couple times, and like I said, I couldn't get in. But if you look back then, if you looked at my accounts, you would see the inconsistency. It was like this, up and down, up and down. Yeah, that happens. I haven't made any money yet on YouTube, so I'm just waiting.
Honestly, you guys know me. You know I'm a damn cheap mofo. I try to put in as little ching as possible on
Right.
pretty much everything I do. The last purchase I made literally was Nate and Flip's group juice. That was the last purchase I made. And I
Was
told
it the AI accelerator?
no, it was
Oh.
group juice. Group juice. That's it. I said I'm not gonna pay any more money.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have to like elbow grease. It's gonna have to be all me, all in. But my consistency is I show up. I make a commitment to show up to group juice every single Tuesday and do my damn best to bring value based on my journey, my experience. And I try everything. I'm trying podcasting. I'm trying going live. I'm doing long form shorts. Yeah. And I love it. I mean, you got to try it in order to see if you like it. Not that if it works. And I think that that's a lot of things that people say. I'm going to see if it works. What if you just enjoy it? What if you like it? Does it matter short term that you're not making any money, or does it matter in the long run that you have something that is fulfilling?
Yeah, because it's just like on the YouTube part of it, on the shorts, you could have one video go viral, take off. But like I said, I've only started this, because I saw it, I said, yeah, why not? I'll just give it a shot, and then it's like, okay. So the 28th of August. So what's it? Almost 2 months now. And I have over 700 subscribers.
Oh, you're at 700 now.
700
Congratulations.
now, yeah. So
your growth.
I mean, I'm just growing, and it's like, and I just, like I said, it's like, I think I just did it today. So I have the 3 videos going out today. I have 3 videos tomorrow. And I think I did 1 so far for Sunday. I just got to so I do it a couple days at a time, where I go in, make some videos, schedule them out through Syllabi, and then they go. And I also do it on TikTok too. And let's see. Let me
your
just.
Your intention though is not to just get AdSense or just get monetized. Your intention, I would imagine, is to be in a position where you could sell something, right? Like maybe an ebook or a workbook based on the content that you have in that channel, and motivate people to buy that, I would imagine.
Yeah, I have 481 followers on TikTok, on my Faceless channel TikTok. So
it's the same thing. You took the exact same thing.
Yeah, I just
repurposed it over to TikTok.
Yeah, they you get the schedule on both. I'm just answering my wife's text.
So when you done over there?
Well, they're at they're at the Wolf's Lodge
Oh, that's exciting.
in
In
Scottsdale.
Anaheim?
So
Oh, in Scottsdale. Okay.
Scottsdale, yeah. So they spent the night there last night, and because my daughter had a friend that was going, so I guess she was telling me that her friend just left, so now it's my wife and the gremlin left. So they're just enjoying it, So she's got my daughter has the next couple of days off from school, I guess winter break or something. But yeah, of course, obviously we're all out to sell something, but like we all talk about, or at least we do in Group Juice, is that, and they've been doing that for the last 2 or 3 years. It's all about community, because it's relationships over revenue. And
100%.
people want to know, like, and trust you. So that's what they watch your videos, and they go into your account, check you out, and they do this. And then if you like what you're talking about, then they feel comfortable buying.
Now, do you already have a lead magnet on your short form content channel?
Which one? The
short form.
Either one. I have no links on any of them.
Okay.
I'm just was doing it, and then we'll see because the YouTube thing is on motivation and some science-based thing, and it's like, so what do I put in there? I'll wait till I get a bunch of subscribers, and then we'll see what we can do. Maybe I have to get with Flip and Nate and find out what exactly I can do, or maybe I'll just ask ChatGPT.
You can ask Chat
or somebody.
You know what I do is I just tell my chat, go over to @It'sLisaWright on YouTube, scrub my content, and help me create something, even the next topic, or right. Do an audit on where my channel is and where you think I should be going, and that's what I do.
And that's, like I said, and that's why I promote, Prosperity Highway Global, because like I said, I stick with that, even though there's a bunch of other things I can do, like, you've been on the internet for a while. Have you heard of the company called Live Good?
No.
See, it's a nutritional based company, right? It's the fastest growing company now. And, and they just started 2 years ago.
Okay.
And what they're doing, like most other ones like Herbalife and all the other ones out there, is they got, high price products, and a lot of people, can't afford to buy them. So they were they took the Costco model, and now they're a membership. So now, retail, it's still fairly less expensive than some of the other ones, Shaklee and Herbalife and all that. But then you get members get a different price. And it's not like I have to push the products, because it's an affiliate program. It's a $40 one-time fee. And then it's $10 a month. And then you buy inner or outer nutrition. They even have pet vitamins. I think it's a powdered form. And then if you like them, great. If you don't, you don't buy it. But, I was looking, because I was in Herbalife, and I was, like I said, when cost was going up, it's like, wow, I got to look for something different, because we're spending a lot of money. And so I looked at it and saying, I can get some vitamins that are all organic for like $10. It cost me probably $30 at somewhere else. Right. But it's just stuff like that where, you can earn some income just sharing the link, because I believe, and like I said, because I don't do it, it's like, I believe you either get the $40 that the people sign up for, or the company splits it with you. But it's only a one-time affiliate fee, and that's how they work. And then basically the company keeps the cost down by having a membership. And again, you can see what you get at Costco. You get bulk items that you can't get anywhere else, right? Because they do things a little different. Like when you go to somebody's website, like let's just say a protein bar place, you can only get 12 bars. But at Costco, you can get 18 for just a slightly bit higher, not too much. And that's how they get you, but they get you on the membership. That's where they make their money, on the membership. And that's kind of what they're doing. So that's how they keep the cost down.
Okay.
So it's just things like that. But I concentrate on the main company, focus on that, and then get my link out. And like I said, there's a short video that people watch. And then if it intrigues them, then they can sign up and start for free. And as they say, they can kick the tires to see if it's something for them or not. And then, if it's not, then they just peace out and go on about their merry way.
How do you track your customers?
Oh, it's all on, they have all it in the back office.
Okay.
Everything in the back. They have leads. So basically, like I'm on the pro membership. So it's $50 a month and you get 50 leads. So it's technically they're giving you leads for $1, right? But don't tell anybody, because since I started in November, I'm kind of like on the founders part membership where I get 100 leads a month. And then the AI follows up on them. I'm also following up with emails, things of that nature. So, it's a good way, because what are we all out here on social media doing? We're trying to find leads, right? Because that's what it is. A person that comes in to your community or goes into your account, clicks on that link that's in the bio. Okay, that's a lead. And then they buy something from you. Now you do follow up with them and all that, or maybe you schedule a one-on-one call with them to see how you can help them out. Or maybe you have some training, or maybe you have a Facebook page that you put them over to, right? Or, I think YouTube has community now, right?
YouTube has community posts,
Mm-hmm.
and they have subscriptions or memberships. And
Right.
you could charge whatever you want and provide value on that.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what they do. So it's just, and like I said, everything's done for you, so to speak, the funnels and all that. And the company actually advertises for you, or for them, for the whole company. And then basically the leads that you get in the membership are on a rotator. So they come in periodically throughout the month, whatever you have. And then they have ad packs. You can purchase additional to where it's a different rotator, but maybe they're more concentrated leads or whatnot. But they have a company, that's been doing it 25, 30 years. They do, the company does Russell Brunson, maybe Gary Vee, and I know Grant Cardone, a bunch of those other, Tony Robbins, a bunch of those high pro. So they know how to advertise and retarget, and then retarget some more. So, and they're actually able to place ads on Facebook, because it's an affiliate program versus a network marketing program.
Yes.
So, and they know how to do that. So that's how they do it, and that's how you get your leads.
Who sends out the email campaign? You do? You create your email
I can
campaign?
do that, but the AI does that. The AI actually has a name. It's called Sparky.
That's crazy.
AI sends all the emails. So you get in the back office, you can see whatever information they put in there, the phone number, and it's all, all compliant with all the necessary conglomerates out there with text messaging, email marketing. Gmail, back a few months ago, does things differently with spam and all that. This mass change, and so everything's all compliant. So, but the AI still does the ringless voicemails, text messaging, email follow-ups, and then I just downloaded my list, whatever I have, and I start doing some follow. I don't have to. And that's the beauty of it, is people that don't want to do that kind of thing, they don't have to. Like, there's two types of people, I say. There's people that have more time than money, and the other people have more money than time.
Mm-hmm.
So someone can invest a little bit of money and like doing that, and then maybe buying an ad pack or two, because some of these ad packs, it may take 7 months the 14 months to fulfill. So they just sit back and wait. But they have to, they can because they have more money than time. So, it just depends on who you find and what
Now,
you find.
when you get these leads, are those leads yours, and do you promote other products to those leads?
Yes and yes.
Okay. So you own the emails.
Yeah.
Email list. Okay.
Yes.
That's really
So,
good.
yeah. So I can, like I said, I've downloaded the list. I've got it into, System IO, or they call it Systemy IO because it has an E at the end of it. And, like I said, I think I'm on the starter plan, which is $17 a month because you get this, the free plan is great, but you don't get as many workflows or rules as they call it. So you can only do like one campaign, and then you got to keep deleting it and starting another campaign. So you're really getting these statistics. So $17 a month, and you get like a few of those. I can do like I think 5 or 10, workflows. I guess it is. So you can just keep going as far as that goes. Because like I said, it's not like I have a landing page in System IO where they actually get into. I just basically download the leads into there, and then I can create a tag. Once I tag them, then the emails start to flow.
So you really do the email marketing that.
Yes. Because I can, right? I mean, if AI takes a little bit longer, so they've gotten things from AI. Now I'm technically introducing myself personally. I mean, I had a guy, I think last year when he signed up, he actually emailed me, and I emailed back, and he said, when I emailed him answer his question, he said, this is an AI, is it? And I send him back, and he's from Canada too, and I said, no, I said, this is actually me. This is not AI. But who knows, right? Because nowadays you can't really tell.
Everything is AI now.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. I mean, yeah, it's crazy. Okay, so you are an email marketing. You actually do, because I hear people talk about it,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't hear a lot of people actually doing it.
I was actually, 2021 maybe. I think I started with an email marketing company, and I'm not going to mention any names, but and I probably made about 7K, but there was a few K that I'm still owed. And so what they've done is they basically, it's kind of like stopped the one company, started another company.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll say they're in bankruptcy proceedings right now.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah. And I've been on some of the calls, the Zoom calls, because I'm basically a creditor because I'm an affiliate. And, they were supposed to list all their creditors, and they didn't list any of us. So, yeah. But anyways, like I said, it was good while it lasted. It was good while it lasted. But, that's what happens when you get into people that want to take advantage of people.
In 2020, I started learning about email marketing, and I wasn't really getting it because I kind of like it went backwards. I started learning on a Facebook 21-day challenge. I didn't even know what was going on, but I wanted to learn about SEO. I was like, "What's SEO?" I was just asking questions, and then I went on YouTube, and I checked on Facebook, and Onyx Singal came up, and he's a big email marketer.
Yeah, Onyx. Yeah, I know Onyx.
Onyx.
He's the one that did the FTC thing.
Okay, so you know how his thing got shut down, right? Well, I was a part of Learn. The company was called LURN, and I had signed up. I spent very little money, but because it was free. But the one thing that I did, it guided me to learn about was ClickFunnels, And the whole thing, honestly, just wasn't ready. I wasn't ready technologically ready with the expertise to follow through, learn, and execute. And but I did like, and this says a lot. I did like his trainings. He had a lot of different trainings. He did email marketing. He did print on demand training. He did all these little things. He was teaching people how to create side hustles and make money. And the only thing that I ever bought from him was a TikTok video editing how-to program all about TikTok. I'm telling you, I learned so much. But you were only able to access the modules in his website. And that's the only way you're going to have access to it. And it was always going to be there for you forever. Well, then the FTC shut it all down. So one day I didn't know anything about that. So one day I go in and I want to start, I want to check a training. There was like 20 modules in the training. And I said, oh, you know what? I need to go back and re-up and refresh myself on this particular training. And it was regarding editing software using your computer. And it was gone. And then I emailed them. I'm like, hey, what's going on? I'm trying to log in to learn. It's gone. It's completely wiped out. And that's when they sent me an automated response saying that, that they had been shut down and that everything's gone.
Is it back up?
No. I asked them, I go, is there any way you can send me? I mean, I paid $700 for this training.
Yeah.
Is there any way? And they said, no, absolutely not. It's gone. So, yeah. But I did learn a lot. I mean, I used to go in there, that module, and watch it and learn from it every day. But, those things happen. And I like Anik. I like the content he does. I like the books that he writes. And I was really shocked and surprised to find out that he had been targeted. I have been trying to figure out how the hell it ever happened, because he seemed like he put out quality product.
It's the verbiage through the FTC. It's like, when you're selling a product or a service and you're trying to hype it up, maybe like where you're advertising at, as far as, you've got your background as a mansion or something like that. That's more of a dream that you're selling, right? Because they're seeing the mansion or the high cars or maybe the dollar figure. That's why I don't, there's a time and a place to show what money you make, but not to start out. Whereas I've got a banner or the banner going across the field. In my first 30 days, I made $10,500. I mean, that may have happened, but yet it's not going to happen for you. It doesn't have any existence out there being on there, because just because I made that money, it doesn't mean you're going to make that money.
And he did have, but I never saw these episodes on Learn, but he did have people who were apparently successful in print on demand, coffee mugs and things like that. And he did trainings for that. And maybe, his intentions were one way, but you're right.
Right.
Hyping up the person who was successful and then building a course around that, maybe that may have been considered mistake.
And that's why he partnered with that attorney and made that book.
Yes.
What words not to say or what not, because the FTC, it's just a matter of if there's enough complaints are on you, then they're going to start looking at it, right? But if there's no complaints, and that's kind of held me back a little bit, because it's like, I don't want to sell something and then somebody says, well, I didn't learn anything from that. Well, what did you put into it, right? Because all the programs that I did, the shiny object syndrome, it may not have been the program. It could have been me, right? What did I do to it? Did you stop and actually go back and go through that training and actually apply what they actually taught you to see if you actually did so or not? So It's just a matter if you, as Flip says, jive with that program or not. And like I said, I am a visual learner. I learn through seeing, not by somebody talking. Like, because to this day, I mean, this has nothing to do with online space, but I will not go out and hire a professional to fix something if I can watch a YouTube video.
Or Nate.
Right. And if I can't figure that out at that point, like maybe electricity, because I don't know enough about it, I'd rather have a professional come out and do that. But anything else, I'll try it first to see if I can fix it. And then if not, I'll leave it to professional, let the professional do it. But, there's some people out there that, like some men, that don't have a clue how to fix anything. They're clueless. Even if they did watch YouTube, but that's see how YouTube is, right? The how-to videos.
Which are some of my favorite.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's basically, that's what was my personal experience. And going from that is, okay, here's number 2. When I was in Learn, here's the thing that happened. When they taught about how to use ClickFunnels, they took you through a training, right? You're visual. Do this along with us, right? Well, ClickFunnels had been updated, and the module was years behind the most current.
Right, that's one of the problems. Yes.
So I'm in there. I'm in the current ClickFunnel, and I'm trying to learn how to do it, and nothing's matching up. The windows aren't matching, and I'm lost. I'm just lost, and that's where they lost me right there at that moment.
Yeah, I saw that too, is where some of the stuff, was outdated and, didn't follow the protocol. But now, like I said, with AI, you have, you can ask, how do you do this?
Absolutely.
And then and it goes from there. So it's like, it's fairly easy, but it always is nice to have the support behind you that can help you out, like the Deflate Gate, where they're on every Tuesday, and if you happen to be in their core program, their private clients, you get them on Thursdays as well, and then once a month on Fridays they open it up to the public. I mean, you can't beat it. Now, they're going to be there forever, who knows? But in the meantime, they're still doing it.
In real time. That's the best part about it.
In real time. Right.
When something gets updated, they're there to help you walk you through, as opposed to just having everything. Even though it is automated, but they're still there. I'll DM a question and you're going to get an answer, which is crazy. I can't believe how much work they put into it.
Right. Well, I mean, think about it. I mean, when I think it was on Tuesday, that one person, I forget who it was, that asked, she was just getting started in, logging into the, program, and there's over 250 hours of training.
Yeah.
And that's why they created the accelerator, AI accelerator, because they put all that information into AI and then ask you certain questions, and it gets you started a lot faster.
Like, where are you on your journey? You know what I mean? Like, I was in the group and I said, hey, I'm doing StreamYard now, and Nate just sent me the link to the training for StreamYard, because I'm not in AI accelerator. So if you have a question, I'm doing it manually, like old school, but he was like, yeah, here's the training on StreamYard.
Yeah.
Go check it out. And it helped me, in many different ways, set up, etc.
Right.
StreamYard.
Right. But yeah, that's, but that's the thing is whereas, they went a little bit beyond with the AI accelerator, because now everything that is in the modules is in the AI. They train the AI to be like them. So now they, or to help you further along, because, rather than sitting there watching all these videos, and then implementing as you go. Now you have the AI, where are you at? Like I said, where are you at in your journey? And then boom, well, I'm just starting, I don't know where to go. I don't know what to say. And then it'll start spitting out. Okay, can you ask me these questions one at a time? And it'll do that. Okay, first question, here it is. Now you give it information. That's all you're doing is putting all your personal information. So it talks like you, acts like you, says things like you. So that way it's not AI.
So,
I mean, it is, but it's not. It's humanized.
so where do you find yourself as we close things out? Where do you find yourself now in your expertise and your journey after all these years? Are you still looking? Are you still like thinking as a beginner? Are you intermediate, or would you say you're more of an advanced marketer with email marketing?
I'd say more of the intermediate advanced, to where, I can talk to somebody, because like I said, as they tell us all the time is, because we've started and we're still here, shit, right? You have to, right? I mean, because, someone that's just getting started and somewhere where I'm at, I have that information that I can share with them, what not to do, right? So
I've never met anybody who actually is doing email marketing except for you. And I'm sure that there's people in the group who are all doing email marketing, but
I mean, it's you can do it if you nowadays, if you feed the information to the AI makes the emails for you.
Mm-hmm.
And all you got to do is put them in whatever software you're putting it into, and then let it automatically follow up with you.
So you would tell AI Accelerator, I'm an email marketer.
Right.
These are the X, Y, and Z different things that I promote. And I have an email list that is this many.
It's like short form content and long form. I have two conversations. One for short form content where I do Facebook and TikTok. Or more TikTok. So then, like I said, I kind of joined Karen's group and watched her video on creating bulk creating in Canva. Mm-hmm. And now I'm doing that. I mean, I had one actually today that I went out this morning and it said I had a community guideline violation. And it basically just says, does your content feel like you're shouting? And that's basically all it said, and a few other things, but it didn't say anything. I think they released it now, but like I said, the only difference is, the only thing I dislike about the Canva part is they haven't figured out where, when you do a bulk create, you get the text part of it down. Once you get everything set up, you can mass produce, but the problem is you can mass produce with only one background or only one design.
Oh, okay.
So
that's why.
If I have a picture of me just like this, and then I create it 10 times, I have a picture of me 10 times. It's going to go out different sayings, but it's still going to, one background. Okay. Where now I do like maybe 5 or 10 at a time. I like the 5 part, and then I go and do the text, and then I'll go in individually and I'll change the background, put a different video in there. And then I'll go in, like I said, they're like 7 seconds. And then I'll put the music in there. And then when I upload them or download them, I do it as an individual. Mm-hmm. And then I use TikTok Studio on the computer. Mm-hmm. And I upload my videos there. And then I can edit them and put a description in, and then I can schedule them. So, the last 2 days, I've had scheduled posts go out on my TikTok. So I'm posting 3 times a day. So 3 times they went out, and all I do is schedule them.
And you trust those third-party platforms with your information to not corrupt?
Well, it's TikTok, TikTok Studio.
Okay.
I mean, it's TikTok. They call it Studio, but it's your TikTok. Mm-hmm. Instead of being on the phone, it's on your computer, because I don't believe on the phone, I don't think you can schedule unless you actually in the studio. And then other thing I have is I actually have the TikTok Live on my computer. I haven't used it yet, but it's on my computer like I'm doing now.
You have TikTok Live? I have TikTok too, but you have Windows?
Yes.
See, I don't have Windows.
I think I thought it was on.
It's not with iOS yet.
It's not iOS yet?
Yeah, and I'm been stubborn because I'm not going to buy Windows.
No.
No.
Okay, if you like iOS, then stick with iOS. I like I said, I mean, when they first come out with Windows 11, right? It after, I don't know, maybe probably a year, whatnot, or whatever, but I wanted to upgrade, but I didn't want to pay for it.
That's the thing.
So I YouTubed to figure out a way because my computer said it was compatible. Then they showed a way where I could do it. But then after a while, I keep getting these notices saying it's not. So what did I do? I went back to YouTube, watched a YouTube video on how to revert it back to Windows 10, which I did. But now, because I have an invite, because they're no longer supporting Windows 10, now I can go in there and actually apply for Windows 11, and I'll get Windows 11, even though, because now it should be compatible now because of Microsoft, because they just stopped supporting Windows 10.
So if you do something like StreamYard, you can do the same live on YouTube, TikTok, because you have Windows.
Right.
And you can also go live all at the same time on Facebook.
With StreamYard.
Yeah, with StreamYard.
Yeah, I know there's a couple other platforms too that.
OBS or something like that.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, you can do that with. What do you, if you don't mind me asking, what's the cost?
Well, I'm trying it out for a year. StreamYard, I believe we paid $400 for the year. Was it worth it? Well, the fact is that I've been on 3 or 4 times a week. I think I'm getting my money's worth. I'm most likely, because I spent so much money, I'm going to cancel the subscription for next year and then see what the free version is like. But the paid version is like this. Yeah, it's $400, $460 or something.
And you can't do this on the free version, or you don't know?
Yeah, you could do it on the free version, but I think it's like if you want to invite multiple. You remember Misfits, how they had like multiple people on their live and they were doing StreamYard? Yeah, you can't on the free version.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, doing this, you can do this.
Yeah.
And I don't know, you may not be able to record it.
Oh, that's a good point. I got to check that out.
Yeah, that may not be able to record it. So that would be, but if it's in your group, technically it's recorded if it stays there, but.
I delete them because you're only allowed a certain amount of memory storage.
Right.
And so I have to delete them and take them out and then open up storage.
But say you don't have to do that on YouTube, so.
No. And then, well, I still download it. Like if I have somebody, like if I want to send this to you for you to download, I'm going to edit it, by the way. And then I can also do shorts with this content.
Yeah. And that's another thing, like I said, just before we go, but like, again, inside the program I'm doing, there's a company called Got Backup, right?
Okay.
So what do you get in Gmail? What? 5 gigabytes of storage before it starts telling you got to buy more, right?
Ugh.
So this gives you 6 terabytes of storage.
Oh, that's good.
For $10 a month.
That's really good.
Or you pay, like I did, I paid for the year $100 a month, $100 for the year, and I got 6 terabytes of storage. So now I got backup on my computer as well as my phone, and it automatically backs up my stuff. So obviously when you're doing a lot of videos, you can back up your videos to the storage and you can get access anytime. You just log in. And then, like I said, it's so you can technically remove it from your computer. And if you want it back to look at it or whatever, you just go to the cloud, restore it, download it back into your Because I mean, you don't have that much storage in your computers, especially doing, these lives like this.
Mhm.
So when is your year up with StreamYard?
June or July.
You still have a ways to go to keep using it to see if it benefited you and what it did. Because if you're using it, then it's worth it. It's when you buy a program or a software or something and you don't use it and you still pay for it, that's kind of
Yes.
a dumb thing to do.
And I've recorded on here as well. I've done some recording, and you can do a webinar as well. But now YouTube, did you know YouTube has rolled out courses?
I looked at my YouTube today and it said that I was available for courses. So,
You
and
can
I guess
load a course. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's the one thing too, is whereas, why do they have affiliate programs and all that? Because, I haven't thought about it right now, but how many people out there can actually create a course that isn't already out there? But I mean, if they have an expertise in whatever they're doing, right, that can technically be a course. They just got to know how to lay it out and all that.
Okay.
And that's why a lot of people promote other courses, because they don't want to build one themselves, and they don't have to.
Well, I'm thinking about, and I'll just say it out loud. I'm going to throw it out into the universe. I'm thinking about creating a course, and of course, chat's going to help me.
Oh yeah.
About how to stay consistent, because that's the thing that I've really noticed. Remember Nate's mantra: find a solution to a problem. Find the problem, bring a solution. And the problem is, and I've seen this time and time again, is people lack consistency.
Yeah. I know when I first started, that's what I said. I mean, like I said, 2 years of not doing Amazon influencer, which I could kick myself in the booty for, because I would have that much further, because Amazon influencer, another stream of income, that you do a video one time and that's it. And it keeps on going. But the big thing that people got to realize is that it's volume, and buy a lot of stuff. I mean, and when we moved to Arizona, we had a little bit of family. We don't have really any family here because everybody moved, and not too many friends. So it's like I can't go over to somebody and say, "Hey, neighbor, what did you buy at Amazon? I can do a quick review on it." I think I've got 60 videos up, and when you look at, there's a XPS, I think, is a system that goes through and looks at everything. I know they have a paid version, but those are free, and it tells you where your videos are at. So some can be on the bottom carousel, some can be on the top of the carousel, and some can be on both. And then it says, so out of 60 videos, there's 21 videos that are not doing jack squat. So I have 40 videos basically that are either on the top carousel, bottom carousel, or both. So, I average about, I don't know, 40 to $100, every month.
I learned a lot from you today. I didn't know that.
Yeah, depends.
I didn't know that there was a carousel thing and that you could look and see where you are on the carousel.
Yeah.
And that your number, it's a numbers game. I've heard Flip say that.
Flip say it, yep.
But that you're able to go back and go, okay, so I got 100 videos up. It's the 80-20 rule, right? Yeah. Basically, where 20 are going to be your money maker.
But you don't, like I said, you don't have any control over that, because it's Amazon. Like I said, you just put the videos up, and if they try it out and it does good, they're going to keep it on, right? Because it's selling them product. They're making money. But if it's not selling anything, they're not going to put it up there, right? And you really have to do an honest review. If you don't like something, say that. It's not going to discourage somebody to buy it. It may not happen for them, but you're being honest, and people then, follow you and all that kind of stuff. It's like, hey, I don't like the way the handle is, right? But, you just, like I said, I did this chair that I'm sitting in now because I got it new, and it's sitting in limbo right now. It's not doing anything. So maybe I'll make a different video and try it again. And that's what you can do. Maybe a different background. I don't know. It may be a different, but that's just how you do it for Amazon. Like I said, it's just a matter of, because they do all the traffic, they place your videos. All they do is say, okay, I reviewed your video, it's good. And now it's on your storefront. So you can promote your storefront as well.
Yeah.
Right. There's a link in my bio to, check it out. And same thing like the showcase on your TikTok shop. And then go from there. And like I said, it's just a matter of putting more videos out, the things like, because you got to be careful too. You can't buy something on Amazon. I think they stopped it a little while ago and then return it. That'll get you kicked out. Because like I said, I mean, most of my stuff in my house, like I got TVs that are like 4, 5, 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they probably don't even offer me. I mean, they offer a newer version, and maybe you can do that. Maybe you get away with it, but it's like it's hard, when you get stuff that old.
Yeah.
It's like I have this microphone here, the M7. It's not working right now. That's why I have the computer thing. It keeps telling me the USB is not recognized. They wanted me to restart my computer, but I didn't want to do that because I probably wouldn't be on here right now because it'd take me this long to restart it. But anyways, hey, it's been great.
I know, fascinating. I really learned a lot. I appreciate you being here. I hope everybody else learned too.
I kind of feel a little more comfortable. I like this better than I do going live on TikTok because I feel like I'm talking to myself at TikTok. I'm actually talking to somebody. I can see you. That's why I like the Tuesday calls because you can see people.
Yeah.
I just wish they would, let you see some people. They can't really talk to you unless you actually unmute them or something. You have full control.
Mm-hmm.
I know they have where the people are doing like they can have 4 and 5 people on a panel or something like that. There's a bunch of people in there. That's cool too. But it's just I need to go live again. I haven't gone live in a little bit, but it's just like I said, it's kind of hard when you're trying to talk to somebody, and because I do it because I see people going live and I'm watching, even though I'm not actually in the live. Yeah. I'm lurking in the background, checking them out. But and then if you go live, you go live. I mean, or you go into the live.
Well, I think it's fascinating to have this conversation because once again, like Nate said, proof of concept. You're actually doing it.
Yeah.
It's not a unicorn.
No, right,
it's
exactly.
not. It's actually real and it's working for you. And people want to know. They want to know from real people. Are you doing it? Do you make money from just posting videos? Do you make this?
Right.
You know what I mean? And is email marketing a real thing? It's not, and you're obviously telling us it's not a scam. It's a real thing. And there's
email is one of the oldest.
Yeah.
It's one of the oldest, and it's still relevant today, because if everything goes dark, what do you fall back on? Your email list. You can still email people. And, obviously my email list is really small. I need about, 2, 3, 5,000 people on my email, maybe 10,000. But, that's a real asset to you when you can, post it, or, you can do different things. You can email market different ways, have different emails. But the more people you have, because like I said, that's just one of those times, because obviously you have their email list or you have their email for one reason or another.
Right.
They've either bought something for you in the past, or, they're getting ready to buy something, but they follow you or whatnot because you got their email. They were interested in something. Now you just market to them, and maybe they, like I said, they don't, we don't know, but then boom, all of a sudden now they feel like they want to pull the trigger and they buy something from you. So awesome. Something that you're not even talking about on social media.
Well, thank you so much for giving me your
Thanks
time. And I will definitely appreciate you being here. And hopefully we can do this again. So if you're going to go live over on TikTok, let me know. I would love to be there.
Do all the edits and everything, make it look pretty.
That'd be fun. Yes, I will. All right, everybody.
I appreciate it. And, hope everybody learned something and had a good time.
Yes. And appreciate you being here. Everybody have a great day.
You'll just end it and everything will go away, kind of like Zoom.
Just so that you know, I ended. I have an outro, so you can leave anytime you want. I do have a 30-second outro, and then after this, it takes 24 hours for some reason YouTube to curate a live video. I can't do
Oh,
anything
okay.
with it. It's weird. But yeah, that's how it goes.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Take
You
care,
got it.
everybody.
I might listen to it for 30 seconds.
Sure. Bye.
Bye-bye.